Hey, welcome to Luke and Lewis. We've got a very special guest episode. We're joined by one of my favourite comedians at the moment, Billy Darcy. Welcome to the show, dude.
Oh, lads, welcome. How good's this?
Thanks for coming on. As you say, what a time to be alive.
Absolutely, dude. What a time to be alive indeed.
Yes.
Feel the hype.
If you guys don't know, Billy Darcy, very funny comedian from Sydney. You might have seen him. He's opened for my Sydney show before.
I've opened for both of you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then great.
Yeah. Two very different experiences.
Okay, this is a good place to start. Why?
Well, I don't know. Lewis is a bit more rock starry at his show, I think. Like there's just a line of goth
That's
chicks
right.
as far as the eye can see after his show. They're all just
That's
fucking
right.
trying to lick him and shit, but he's too tall. And so you gotta wait for the 3-hour meet and greet in between shows.
Yes.
And Luke's he's like, do you want to like get dinner or something before the show? Like, I'm free, so it's a different vibe.
That is absolutely the vibe. Bill and I were hanging out backstage in what was like a fucking office or something.
We did the shows in the same room, by the way. Yeah, worst green room ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible. It was literally an office. I
The
think
Paddington RSL does not have a nice backstage setup. Who would have thought?
It's the office where they do the books. There's like spreadsheets everywhere.
Yeah, when we say office, you guys are probably thinking, oh yeah, backstage with a few pens. No, literally a fucking office. It was like it looked like a high school, like the office ladies' office. And I did 2 shows there, so I had an early show. So the entire backstage for my early show for like 45 minutes, there were literally office ladies there doing just fucking bullshit, treating me like I was a nuisance.
Probably
Yeah, it
because
sucks.
you were.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero vibe back there as well. You know?
Yes.
I'm
But,
trying to feel the fever, and they're fucking doing HR. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You destroyed. Now, how's Sydney comedy been going? Because you guys are back, kind of.
Yeah, we're back-ish. I was saying before, I've been bitching a little bit on my pod because it's like socially distanced comedy, and there's like 12 people in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
bad.
I've
And
been
they can't-
listening.
They can't sit next to each other? How does that work?
Yeah, so it's like every table has to be like 2 meters away from the next table. It's like
That's
well,
not
I mean,
good.
it's like every show sells poorly. It's like, fuck, who's marketing these things, you know? Like, but it's like
Yeah.
the maximum amount of people, and
Yeah,
it's
because
just grim.
I'd say that's I would rather like 20 people close together than 50 people split up.
Yeah. So every
Yeah.
show is like a Wednesday at the Comedy Festival kind of vibe. Just like
Yeah,
the third
yeah.
Wednesday of your 24 show run, and you're just like, fuck me. Right?
Yeah,
Why are
every-
you guys not a unit, you know?
Yeah, every show's like, fuck, I forgot to post on my Instagram story. No one's coming. No one's coming. It's a fucking nightmare. But I've been whinging because like I'll do like one show maybe every week, maybe less, and like you go up there, I'll get caught in some dumb riff because like a fucking butterfly lands 3 blocks away, and I'm like, hey, what's going on with this butterfly? Completely waste my own time, and then that's me done for the next fortnight. And it's just, there's no one's getting better, no progress is being made.
Yeah,
But
but I've still been getting jealous though. Like I was turning on your podcast the other day, which is called Get Around Me, by the way. It's it's a good laugh. Check it out. And yeah, you were just like complaining, and I'm just sitting there listening, going, "Shut the fuck up, Billy." All right,
Yeah.
we're not. Yeah, as you said before the show, we're not even allowed to leave the house.
Yeah,
Okay?
well, we've all got problems, babe. Like, it's not a competition,
yeah.
you know?
Well, there is levels to this shit because like me hearing Billy complain about bad shows, I'm like, well, fuck you. At least you can do shows. But then
I'd
I was
also be doing
complaining.
the same thing.
Yeah, we'd be complaining, but I was
Of course.
complaining to my friend Greeley. I was like, man, I can't leave the house. It feels like I'm in prison. And he just got out of prison, and he goes, are you sure?
Yeah.
I was like,
and,
yeah,
then,
all right.
and then on top of all of that, if you go to Perth right now, they're fucking rock stars over there. No one in Perth thinks coronavirus is real. The Comedy Lounge is packed out.
I know. I was
They're all
talking
licking each other. It's crazy.
talking to Rory Lowe yesterday, and he's just like putting up Instagram stories like, "Oh, love at the Comedy Lounge," and,
Yeah.
and there's like 100 people in the background, and I was like, "Fuck you!"
And the best thing about Perth is there's only like 6 comedians. So if you can actually
Yeah.
string a sentence together, you're just getting booked everywhere. Like there's like
Yeah.
4 comedians on rotation in Perth at the moment, just having the time of their life. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, man.
unbelievable.
If you can say a sentence without punching the patrons, you're one of the biggest comedians in Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could get through 5 minutes without the N-word, you've got a gig. Like,
And trust me, you'd think, oh, that's not hard. You haven't been to Perth in a while, ladies and
Mate,
gentlemen.
7 minutes with the N-word, you're going to be opening.
yeah. You're hosting. You can't headline, but you can still host.
But yeah, so look, it's rough times in Australia at the moment. Have you noticed like all the American comedians on Instagram? It's very Perth vibes at the moment. It's like a combination of Sydney and Perth, which is they all kind of acknowledge it's real, but they're like, it's not real for us to stop doing comedy.
Anything.
The American comedian's like, hey guys, stay safe. But in the meantime, I'm coming to Texas this weekend. Woo!
Yeah.
And they're like,
And I have corona, confirmed.
Yeah.
Come give me a lick. I think with Perth, they were like, look, I've been breathing sulfur for the last 15 years. I don't give a fuck about COVID. I can't get
dude.
it.
But didn't they
those
stamp
miners
it
don't
out
give a
early?
fuck.
I thought they actually got rid of it.
Yeah, I don't think they
haven't
have
had a case in ages.
cases. I don't think any case they do have is like really under control. So them doing shows is actually super safe until Melbourne opens up, and then we're gonna fucking infect them like it's a plague right again.
Yeah.
It's the
Well,
first
Perth is-
time in history that being the most isolated city in the world or some shit has actually proven to be a good thing.
Yeah, dude, Perth is too far away. Like, if I'm on a plane for 5 hours, when I get off, you better be speaking some other language. You know what I mean? Like, I want to fucking get off in Thailand, not have some white guy say g'day. It's like I'm still in this country. How?
Yeah.
I was just on a plane for 6 hours. I'm still in Australia.
Whenever I fly to Perth, I always tell people, I'm like, like, what's a place you really like going? I'm like, I love going to Perth, but it's never worth the trip. I love it, and it's
Yeah.
still not worth it.
It's
like
good
when I
once
get
you
there.
get there.
It is
Yeah,
good once you get there, but I still wouldn't do it again. But then every year, obviously, I go back because, cash money.
From Sydney, it's like to go to Perth, the first day of your trip is going to Perth. First
Yes.
day's a write-off because with the time difference, you wake up at 9 a.m., you get there at fucking 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like, grow up, Perth. I think we should, I got a theory on this, actually. I want to get rid of the Northern Territory and South Australia. Just
Yes.
push them out to sea. I don't want to speak out of school, but I honestly think Adelaide fucking sucks. Like, I know it's a cliche, but there's no vibe.
Okay, look,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
really disagree with both of you boys there. I fucking love Adelaide. It's like a tiny, small Melbourne. It's like Melbourne, but you don't have to talk to anyone. It's my paradise.
Yeah, okay. So you're wrong, and that's okay.
My girlfriend was born in Adelaide, and whenever she has an opinion that is just utterly shit, I just go, oh, well, it doesn't matter because you look at your place of birth, all right? You're speaking nonsense, and it's caved in your brain.
And
you're right, there's no
everyone
vibe.
No vibe. Everyone, it's like too small. Like, everyone thinks they're like a big fish. They're like, oh, like I fucking see Shooter Williamson all the time, and I'm mates with the Hilltops. It's like,
Yeah.
just go back to TAFE. Shut up.
I think that Adelaide has contributed a lot to the boys' culture, though. I think,
it definitely
I'm pretty
has.
sure that Adelaide invented or at least made popular "What Are the Odds." That's the first place I started seeing it.
There's nothing
Oh,
else
really?
to do. So they have to be like, oh, put your head in a bin. All right, we'll all count to 3 and we'll say a number. And is Macca going to do it? And I guess is the vibe there.
Dude, Adelaide sucks so much. Even the beaches aren't great. Like, you can be at the beach on a cracking day and you're still like, this is just whatever. Like, there's no waves and the water is shallow for like 400 meters. You got to walk like halfway
I
to
have
freaking
never
Antarctica.
been to the beach in Adelaide. Although I don't go to the beach here or anywhere. I fucking hate the beach. Maybe my opinion about what things are good is just incorrect.
Yeah, you're a bit off the beaten path. You've come out strong and said nature sucks, which is a pretty aggressive stance. That feels like a whole other argument to me,
No,
really.
I like
but-
nature. I just don't want to sit in the dirt.
Strong Anakin vibes from Lewis.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's
hates
coarse and it
sand.
gets everywhere.
Absolutely hates it. Oh, look, this comes up regularly on the show. Like, I've suggested Team Beach Day multiple times. And
Fuck that. Why do you want to sit in the dirt and get sunburn?
Oh, yeah.
it's not
I'm gonna
dirt.
say-
We've gone over this. It's not
definitely dirt.
You
It's
can't
a
make
different
it a
type
dirt
of dirt.
castle.
It's a type of dirt.
Yeah, well,
clingy
that's what the
dirt.
water's for, mate. Wash off, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hates the water too because it's cold and salty.
Gee.
And it
All right,
gets
what's your favourite
everywhere.
type of nature then? Lewis?
Love,
Fucking-
literally love a walk in the rain.
Okay, all right. So I think you're projecting your mental health onto the landscape. Like, you can't do that, mate. Oh, I like it when it's dark and rainy. Like,
No, I do. It's been raining heaps in the morning and at springtime.
mate.
I like when I see it rain, I literally put on my jacket and I go for a walk, and I fucking love it. I don't even want to kill myself.
Dude,
I
we've
would
all got
say I'm
problems
the
at
happiest
home.
man alive.
dude, we've all got problems at home, but you can't blame a fucking tree. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just enjoy it, mate. It's beautiful. Get some sun into you.
Mate, look, you've seen my forehead, okay? If I go out into the sun, it's over for me. I reflect it into all of my friends' eyes. I get sunburn. It's no good.
All right, I'm losing battle. Let's move on. Oh, wait, my Adelaide theory. Oh, yeah, So Adelaide and the Northern Territory, I want to just cut down the side of the east and west of that, push them out to sea, and then connect WA and the eastern states. And then just have it's like 2 hours flat to Perth from Sydney.
That's
Yeah,
good. I'd
You just
lose
kind of
Adelaide
get
for
rid of
that.
the nullable. You just skip over the nonsense that's in the middle.
Yeah, dude, I've got a hatchback. I can't drive through that anyway, so I think it's good.
I don't think many people were, to be honest. Cattle trucks is, I think, the main kind of things that frequent that freeway. And people who have a lust for adventure but also don't know what they want in life. I think they think, oh, we should drive to Perth. And surely they get 2 hours out of Adelaide and be like, geez, we shouldn't drive to Perth.
Oh,
I
100%.
do like that. I reckon that would benefit Australia mostly because I think we can look losing Adelaide. It's like it sucks losing Northern Territory, whatever. But like you really need Perth because that's where all the crazy cunts come from. That's where the
love
real fun people
Perth
are.
is great.
Well, Perth is crazy because everyone over there is already insane and isolated. And then their main form of immigration is white South Africans who are absolute psychopaths.
Yes.
Like, South Africans are terrifying people.
Oh,
Just
they truly
awful.
are.
Yeah, it's partly to do with their accent. It's like, it's very confusing hearing anyone speak like that. I can't even do the accent. That's how terrifying
Imagine
it is.
the most annoying cunt on planet Earth, and that's the accent.
It's like nasally. It's no good. And I love how we still sweep under the rug. They're all actively racist. And you just put your blinders on when you're talking to South
100%.
Africans.
100%.
Like,
Yeah,
dude, you ever meet a South African who's a massive dick to you and then you think, fuck, thank God I'm white. How would that have gone if I had any pigmentation whatsoever? These guys are crazy.
They are, and they go, what are you? They're like, you go, hey, that's a little bit racist, and they go, what do you mean? Like, are you sure they're even human? How can you be racist to someone that's not human? That's definitely the vibe there.
Yeah, you pull them up. They don't even know the concept of racism. Like, they don't even get it. They're like, what? It's like discrimination. And it's nothing to them. It's like fucking treating cattle or some shit to these psychopaths. Like,
We're going to get a lot of butthurt comments from South African people, but I reckon that you could probably pick them out in the comment section because they would capitalize every third letter. I bet they type in their accent.
yeah.
Dude, do you imagine being like a South African who lives in Adelaide who loves the beach right now? You would just be not getting around Bill at all.
Oh, all the comments will be blokes with like Vanderwilt as their last name going, just blowing up. Dude, any South Africans, I'm checking visas, dude. Shut up. All right? Be nicer.
Now, Bill, I wanted to address something. I saw it all over your Instagram. You're on the TikToks, you know, you're neighing, you're woeing.
I'm TikToking.
We're on the TikToks, and we've discussed it a bit on the show before, which is kind of like, intellectual property theft is such a grey area on the app. You described it as the Wild West, which is a good
It is the Wild West.
way to put it.
I just think it's wild because the amount of effort it takes to tag someone is so little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you have to file off some paperwork and 4 business days later you can fucking, like, it's so easy.
Yeah, it's
And
at,
like-
and then the username in which you've actually seen the TikTok and clearly
Dude, some
enjoyed it
people,
yourself.
like, the one that gets me at the moment is people who are like lip syncing people's stand up and then don't tag the person. It's
That
like,
makes me so mad because I love the idea of creating a sketch out of a bit because that's what we do. We create a story, and I love people creating playing characters and shit, but not tagging the fucking comedian is so terrible.
Dude, just tag. Like, you could do a 3-minute video, like, just saying Billy Darcy is the biggest cunt on the planet. Just tag me. I'm in for it, dude. Like,
there's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah, 100%. And, like, people who lip sync, like, a podcast clip or something, it's fucking hilarious. Like, I love it. Just shoot a tag away. But I had this chick recently, like, just do one of my TikToks, like, word for word, verbatim. And she just did it in her
refilm
voice.
it. She
Dude,
didn't lip sync.
This is what pissed me off is
Yeah.
this girl, like, did you can play maybe the original and the thing if you have it up in your microphone, but if you want to get that up, that'd be good. Oh, I can get it up. I don't have the girls one, though.
She took it down. I've got a bit of it. She took it down. So what happened was someone sent it to me one morning just before I was about to do a podcast. So I had some choice words for her on my podcast.
Yeah.
And I put it on my Instagram story. I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, this chick's dead set kidding. Haha. And then, like, obviously you guys have a lot of fans. I have a couple. And I felt really bad for what happened next.
Yeah.
Like, guys and gals are sending me screenshots being like, don't worry, Bill. I've sorted it out for you. Nothing but death threats. Nothing but death threats. Like, and
that's
like,
not good.
and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is a bad look. Like,
It's
1% of me
it
was
isn't
like,
good. Like, sometimes you want to be like, you love them just going, hey, this is Billy's joke. You should have credited them. But for every, like, 7 of those people, there's got to be at least 2 that go, hey, have you thought about killing yourself and your family at the same time?
Yeah. So a comedian I take an interest in, you've used one of his ideas. Now I'm going to vividly describe how I would kill you given the opportunity. It's like, anyway, like within like an hour, she blocked all these people. She'd taken her account down and deleted the video. And I honestly felt really bad. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was like an 11-second video. So I felt really bad for that. But there's this one kid on TikTok, dude, who's got like maybe like, I don't know how many followers, but more than me, because I was pissed off about it. And he just lip syncs Carl Barron videos. That's all he does.
I've seen him, and he doesn't tag Carl Barron ever.
Yeah, it's not like Carl Barrett needs the tag. Like, I'm sure Carl will be fine, but it's like, fuck, you're just a little cunt, hey? Like, I just fucking hate it so much. Like, Carl Barrett is the greatest comedian in Australian history, pretty much. The guy's got hours of material. Just at Carl Barrett. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's worked on that material for, like, years.
I think that's the thing that bothered me so much about the one I saw of you, because I've had people, like, literally lip sync my audio, which kind of didn't bother me that much.
I like that. I think that's hilarious.
Well, that at least, if you do it on TikTok, doesn't it link back to you?
I think they must
you can
have
see the
saved
audio
mine
there?
and then done it. Like, someone sent it to me. I got
that
tagged
sucks
in it.
because then doing
guess.
that is actually harder. Like, sometimes people go out of their way to not credit you. That sucks.
Yeah. That, I think, is what happened. But I was like, who cares? It's not something, you know, some video I did 3 years ago, and they want to lip sync it to their 50 followers. Great. But the one that pissed me off about yours was it would have taken her way more effort to like learn what you said off by heart, repeat it exactly, which she did, and then chuck it up. You're right. The tagging you would have been the easiest part of stealing that bit.
Yeah, she was like trying to copy the inflections and stuff as well.
She butchered it. It was horrific.
It was butchered, yeah.
It's this weird culture on TikTok where because it's so easy to just take someone. I mean, that's the platform, is take what someone else has done and do it. That's what it is. But I remember I saw like some other comedian going off about someone stealing their joke, and the comments were just full of literally. I read one that made me want to snap my phone. Wow! Imagine thinking you can own or create a joke, word for word. Imagine thinking you can own or create a joke.
But that's the attitude now of like 9-year-olds, because they've never been around that era of the internet where it was discussed. Because there used to be a massive problem with it. Like, you used to call it out, like that SoFlo Antonio guy just stealing videos and shit. Yeah. And now it seems like it doesn't matter anymore.
I'll tell you what I had yesterday on TikTok. Mate, people are fucking just ravenous for content now. Like, it's impossible. So I did a podcast during the week, and I talked about this Ziggy Albert's song that I've been listening to, right? I've been listening to it for like 2 months. I thought it was about like love and stuff, and it turns out it's like an anti-5G conspiracy song. And so he's talking about, he's like, oh, a stronger connection. What's the price? I thought he was talking about his fucking ex-girlfriend, but he was talking about his phone the whole time. So, like, you know. And so I talked about it in the podcast, and then I did a little TikTok video about it, you know?
Yeah.
In the comments, this guy's like, stop recycling stuff. This was on the pod. And I'm like...
Oh, shut up.
Shut the fuck up. I hate that shit. What do you want, bro? I got one fucking brain. What do you want
I'm just
from me?
one guy. And it's like... So now it's like he's having a go at me for using my own ideas. Like, you can't even use your own stuff. Like... It's like...
You can have one thought once, say it, and then never repeat yourself on the internet. All right?
Well, that shit happened to me. Like, I wrote a tweet, and then it went really well, so I recorded me saying the tweet, because it's a joke, and put it on TikTok, and then I had all these people saying that I stole the fucking joke from someone, not remembering that it was me, cunt.
Dude, people are just ravenous for content. Like, they just can't get enough.
Dude, we get blasted on our fucking Luke and Lewis TikToks because, like, the Luke and Lewis one, we didn't run that account, right? So we just like Devlin, our TikTok guy, he just like posts on it, right? So I just occasionally like go on and read the comments because I'll just forget about it. And I just read one comment. It had like 15 likes, and it was just like some stranger blasting us going, you guys aren't as funny as you think you are. And then there was the follow-up comment just said, yeah, this podcast is nowhere as good as these guys think it is. I'm like, in what video did we say how fucking good we think we are? Dude, we just and people like get angry at us that we laugh. They're like, these guys laugh too much. And we're like, sorry for having fun with our friends.
Yeah.
It's just because people are just sitting there like looking at their phone at fucking 3 a.m. just like mindless infinite scrolling, drooling and going, I don't laugh at anything because I've got no fucking serotonin. They see two guys having fun and they go, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Dude, people always think I'm drunk. They're like, man, you're so fucking wasted. And I'm like, nah, dude, it's called a personality. All right.
Yeah. Dude, I love,
fucked.
Like you were saying with comments you don't look at, I like when, someone will comment on like a video from 6 months ago and it comes up and you click on it. And then you see the comment below that is like, Darcy, you're a fucking hack. Kill yourself. Like 100 likes. And it's been there the whole time, but I never saw it. And so like, I've just been living my life for the last 6 months going like, do-do-do, like just on cloud nine. If I had read that 6 months ago, it would have rattled me to my core. Like it would have fucking... I would have been like, fuck.
Dude, it's almost worse to find that shit later. That happens to me all the time on Facebook. Because Facebook, I don't give a fuck about it anymore. So I just chuck some shit on there and I look at my other stuff. And then every now and then I'll check like, oh, what's happening in my Facebook? How's my post been going? And then I'll see a post from 3 weeks ago. And there's a top comment going, you suck, you should quit. At the time, if I read that in real time, that wouldn't bother me at all. But going back and seeing it later, seeing the one comment, that doesn't bother me. But seeing 30 people going, yeah, you know what? I agree. That fucking rocks me a bit.
Dude, I had a good one. I had a good one last week, actually. A mate of mine from soccer messaged me like, he was like, oh, mate, this guy at my work likes your TikToks or something. And he sent me one of the videos from like 6 months ago. I click on it and the top comment is, dude, how do you look 18 and 58 at the same time? And it's like 600 likes.
I get that so much. It's crazy.
And like, it's fucking hurtful. Like, because either option is lame, like 18 or 58. You're a loser either way. And I just had no idea. That's been sitting there for months. People just loving it. Laughing at my expense.
Luke gets
that really
those
rocks the ego
so often.
Dude, in the last podcast, the top comment was Luke looks 38, and it wasn't a reference to the episode. It was just people watching it and observing, and then I
was just pulling that one up. I was just going to pull it up.
I saw it, mate. Don't worry, it fucking hurts. While we're on the topic, boys, this one is a very niche thing that just pisses me off, I think.
Yeah.
It's just those comments that I think they're trying to burn you, but it doesn't really make sense. So I chucked a podcast clip on TikTok where I was talking about I can't afford to listen to AirPods in the shower.
Right? I saw that.
Like, it's financially irresponsible because I know a couple of mates that do it. And someone said saying it would be financially irresponsible while talking into a 1K mic because this mic's quite expensive. And I went, yeah, mate, that's why I'm not recording this in the fucking shower.
Yeah,
like, what's your point? Like, dude, I was like, what do you mean?
I just don't. When people take things seriously,
It's
like
crazy.
I'm not in for that. I did one recently about like a video where I was like, oh, I don't want to have dinner with my mum on a Saturday night. Like I was like, Mum, you're a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Like just a little joke, all right? Just a little bloody joke, 11 seconds long. All the comments are like, watch this back when she's dead, you fucking cunt. Like, and like guys who
Comments like, I'm going to kill her just so you miss her.
And like blokes with no mums being like, I'd do anything to have dinner with my mum. Doesn't matter what night of the week, mate. You're a piece of shit. Like this sort of stuff. And it's like...
TikTok is not made for comedy. It's made for like relating to stuff. And people try and look to relate to something more than they look for a joke. So they look to it and go, oh, that's not a nice thing to say. And you're like, yeah, that was kind of that's the point. That
actually was the joke.
Yeah. They just want videos of like, oh, does anyone else drink their water this way? And then like just chicks with enormous racks. Like that's all people want. And I'm in for both, to be honest. Like, what an app.
Oh, TikTok's awesome, you know. It's just every now and then you just get hit with a fucking one of those big rack posts, and then you go on the profile and you're like, oh, 17. Keep scrolling.
Dude, it's fucking wild on there. Like, I can't scroll too much. I ruined my algorithm at the start. I only get hot chicks now. Like, I don't get any banter. So,
I exclusively get just like brown cardigan style videos of people eating shit off roofs and stuff. It's pretty good. Like my TikTok's actually kind of worth going on, but I haven't been on about 3 weeks now. I've kind of been on a TikTok drought.
I wrecked my algorithm. I was doing a video about like I did a video on like chicks who do witch stuff, think they're witches, think they're magic. So I was going through TikTok looking for those videos. Now it's been fucking like 3 months since I put the video out. I keep seeing chicks crushing up eggshells and going abracadabra. It's like, stop it! You've got a mental illness. Cease.
Yeah, I don't know. And then like, I had a weird moment on TikTok as well. Like I was following this chick for like 3 months, and I was like a legitimate fan of hers. I was like, this chick's the best. And yeah, she was like 17, and I was like, that's enough TikTok for one day, Billy D. Fuck, it was just around the...
Pack it up.
Like, if this chick toured, I would have bought a ticket. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was in for that. And I think it was around the Chris D'Elia shit as well. So I was like, let's fucking uninstall this for 10 minutes and just chill out, you know?
Now... Billy, I'll be honest, I was shocked and surprised when Lewis said you wanted to do this podcast. Well, we're recording this podcast. We started at 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Now, Keelan and I were streaming, having some drinks last night until 3 a.m. I was shocked when I learned that you wanted to do it early in the morning. I listen to your podcast. You don't seem like the type of guy that enjoys an early Saturday morning.
Yeah, but I'm also missions before treats. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm knocking out the work. Good to be here. Thanks for having me on, etc. Then I'm going to go play 2 games of soccer and get absolutely belligerent afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
And that's how it is. Yeah, so missions before treats. That's how I roll.
Okay, I'm kind of like a just treats man. Like I treat myself. And
Luke's more of a treats while doing half a mission.
Yeah, people have been pointing it out that I've incorporated alcoholism into a lot of my content lately.
Yeah, I've been seeing the Friday night Zoom drinks and stuff. It looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Sure.
Yeah. I'm too busy sort of being outside the house, that sort of stuff, to partake in that. But
absolutely fucking owned.
That's okay. Stay safe, guys. Seriously. But
we're fucking trying. Please let us out, Dan.
That's the thing. You can't really like shit on me. I'm trying my best to have a social life, and you're just stomping all over it. It's literally the best I can do.
I like how you do Twitch kick-ons now. So it's like YouTube. We're having a few drinks, but it's
YouTube
like
civil.
If you want to turn up,
we'll
see you on Twitch.
Dude, last night we ended up with 60 people left at 3 a.m. watching us on Twitch, and goddamn Devlin, our TikTok editor, he just we started talking about pop punk bands from 2005, and then 10 minutes later we're like, hey Dev, you still there, mate? Just nothing, radio silence, right?
Oh really?
So then we go, he must have gone to piss, right? Because he's still in the game and he's still in the Discord call. So okay, and then we go 2 minutes later, like, Dev, you in? Turns out he's just fallen asleep.
Really?
Mid-stream, like we were talking 1 minute, and then he's just conked out in the chat.
Do that to you.
Yeah, I guess that's what Fall Out Boy does to a grown man.
Dude, that's got to hurt your ego as well. You're like, fuck, I must have been on the worst riff of all time. This guy's just flat out passed out. I thought I was like zigging and zagging, bantering it up.
Yeah, and Keelan hung in there till the end, which was great. But I didn't get to bed till 4 last night. And now, look, it was pretty hectic. We were playing Star Wars Battlefront, and that's a pretty loose Saturday night.
Dude, I got to say, the only time I correspond with pretty much either of you two is regarding Star Wars memes. So,
you're weirdly into Star Wars.
Dude, it's a huge blip on my personality. Hey, people think like that I would not be into Star Wars, and I'm absolutely ravenous for it. Like,
you watch the Clone Wars animations and post the quotes at the start of the episodes on your Instagram story. It's the most off-brand shit I've ever seen.
Banger show.
I love it. It's like a Star Wars cartoon, but they have these inspirational quotes at the start. It's so good.
It's crazy.
It'll be like real friends are the ones who are there when no one else is. And my roommates are like,
those quotes, that's the mission before the treat.
Oh, yeah, dude. You got to hit pause, have a good think about who you are as a bloke. And when you're ready to fucking go to battle, you hit play. Yeah, for the Republic. Oh, yeah.
You watch Yoda and the boys collect some fucking command posts, you know?
Billy and I have actually been obsessing over one thing in particular on Instagram.
Not this. Come on, mate.
Come on,
I need to know now.
Bro, me and Billy have been sending each other posts for like weeks on this. Luke, I don't know if you guys have seen this. You might have seen this. Egg Boy. Remember that guy that smashed an egg on that senator's head?
Oh, mate, I'm all over it because of Billy. Billy enlightened me.
Oh, by the way, I'm glad you brought this up because I thought you were going to talk about the fact I once messaged Lewis saying I thought Ahsoka from Star Wars was hot. And he
okay, absolutely not. Again, that's more of a finding out she's 17 on TikTok situation. Ahsoka is a child.
Yeah, Lewis sent me a screenshot of her like official character stats and she's 14. And I was like, mate, fuck, she's such a sort. Like, so...
Yeah, but no, 14 on her planet. On her planet, it's a big planet. The years take longer.
Mate, fucking consent is different all over the galaxy, so I think that might be above board. But
mate, that's when you know you're a bit too into Star Wars, huh?
Yeah, so I'm so into talking about Egg Boy. I thought you were going to bring that shit up. So let's
Egg Boy. You did that to yourself, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Egg Boy, if you don't know, is actually really hot and underage. So Billy's all around it. But also, he's turned himself into a motivational speaker who is also one of those guys that talks about vibrations, which I fucking love those guys. You know, like that dude that does like some kind of hallucinogen at like a music festival and then they come home and they start talking about how like everything's a vibration. And you're like, bro, you don't even realize that you're still high. You don't know, but you're going to be this way forever, and it's annoying. Take off those weird pants you got from Bali. It's done. Put on some jeans, dude. Cunt.
I love it so much. He thinks for some reason because he hit a guy with an egg, he's now wise. It's unbelievable. It's like, and he was like, he keeps going on about the trappings of fame. It's like, let's ease this roll a bit, Egg Boy.
Settle down.
You can't just transition from throwing an egg at someone and being like getting your 10 minutes of fame into spiritual evolution through psychedelics. Like, that's just not a natural segue. You know, like, you're Egg Boy. Throw some more eggs at people. Like, get a 12-pack.
He hasn't actually kind of, like, done a round two. Like, I think that's what people want from Egg Boy is, like, you know... Egg Boy Strikes Back, the Egging or something like that.
Yeah. I want the fucking sequel, mate. Get a 12-pack
the
and go
yoking
nuts.
to happen, where he just gets a whole fucking, you know.
That would be good, like a little movie, a dramatization, the Yoki dozen.
Yeah, that'd be great. Imagine if he just like unloaded with a whole fucking dozen on someone, you know.
Dude, I love it. He does these spiritual videos now. It's so funny. Like, he'll do a stick figure, that's him. Yeah. And he'll like have fear, fame, money, sex, and he'll point an arrow to that saying bad, and then he'll have like love, happiness, giving to others, and he'll point an arrow to that and be like good, and he'll be like thanks for today's lesson, and then he never breaks, he never laughs himself, he never breaks, he just says it with a straight face. I'm 18.
You know what? I remember. Like,
doesn't he have braces? It's really hard to take him
seriously. He also has braces. Like, don't tell me how to live fucking fix your overbite, okay? Like,
Oh my God,
It's
this
wild.
makes me so. Hearing that, I 100% agree, but it also gives me a lot of dread because I am going to have to get braces very soon. It's going to
You're
fucking
kidding.
end me. So I've talked about this a lot. I have to get a surgery that breaks my jaw and moves it forward because I got real bad sleep apnea. But they got to move my front row of teeth forward too to make it fit together properly.
By the way,
So-
that's a rumor. We think he's doing it for cosmetic reasons.
Oh, I'm going to
He's
look so much
claiming
more
sleep
handsome.
apnea.
I'm
but
going to look
he
so
won't-
much
fucking-
better.
Are we talking like Invisalign or the full fucking deal?
I don't know yet. I need to talk to a doctor, and I'm on a waiting list. But
Pretty sure
we'll
they
s-
break
we'll
his
see.
jaw
Wait.
and make him look like a rock star. Is like
Tell
the
me,
surgery.
yeah. Tell me you've got private health, Lewis.
Yeah, we're sorting that out.
Oh, thank
Sorting
God,
that
mate.
shit out.
You don't want to go to your local public hospital and have them re-break your jaw. You'll walk
No.
out like the fucking Crimson Chin. Okay, you know that's not one for the that's not one for the reserve grade nurses to tackle. You know, you want
Right.
to fuck.
You boys better watch out because as soon as this surgery's done, I'm moving 3 points up the sexy scale. I'm moving straight to the top of the YouTube comedians. I'm going to be the hot one. You wait.
You reckon? Who's the
Currently,
hot one
there
now?
is no hot one.
There is no hot one.
It might be Lachlan Fairbairn after his glow
No,
up.
definitely Fairbairn after the glow up for sure.
Post
dude.
glow up.
Dude, Fairbairn's a fucking sort. Yeah, dude, 100%.
Yeah.
He's definitely the hot one.
Yeah, I don't think there's much other. I think Neil would like to think he is, but I'm sorry, Neil.
Neil absolutely wants to be the hot
You're
one. for
5
sure.
foot trying
No
your
way.
best, right?
Dude,
But
yeah.
I don't
he's
care how
not
much.
getting there.
I don't care how much that bloke fucking shops at General Pants. No way. No way.
Hey, look,
Fucking
we love
take a
Neil
ticket,
here,
babe.
but
Yeah,
hey,
we do
Neil,
love Neil.
It's
I
time
fucking love
to
Neil.
time to pull it back, bro. He's made a lot of improvements from beginner Neil. You know, he's got the beard, he's got
Yeah.
the hair, he's
Yeah,
put
the
on
hair's
weight.
gelled.
But at the end of the day, bro,
He always-
it's Lachlan Fairbairn. You have to accept it.
Dude, he
Dude,
always
what-
pulls the race card on stage. He's like, girls don't like me because I'm Indian. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, maybe it's the general pants, my man.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, it's Indian chicks you're talking to. Like, just fucking face the music. Like, you know what I mean? Dude, Lachlan Fairbairn, though, in Adelaide as well, because, like, I feel like if you're famous and you also are in Adelaide, that's like, your fame goes through the roof because there's like
Yeah.
7 people there. Mate, his
Might as well be
DMs
Brad
from like...
Pitt.
Oh,
You
dude.
said it before, okay? I can list, all right, top 7 most famous people from Adelaide, right? And some of you may not even know them all. So there's Alex Williamson, right?
Yep.
Hilltop Hoods, as you said earlier.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure one of the guys from Bliss and Esso was from there. Not sure, though.
Maybe.
Unconfirmed. No?
Unconfirmed.
Or is he just friends
No,
with
they're
Alex
from-
Williamson?
They're from Perth, I think.
Never mind. I've just seen him hanging out with Shooter.
Yeah, I think they're Perth.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, we'll scratch that. Then we've got the Fairbairn boys, easily in the top 7, both of them. Then I
Yep.
would say the Racka Racka boys.
Oh, yep.
And then Scott Tweedy coming in 7th.
Yeah.
I don't
Right
even know
there.
who that is.
Host of Prank Patrol, ABC3.
Oh,
Get
that
the
guy.
net. Yeah,
Oh, fuck. How's he traveling? Is he all right?
great.
He's killing it. We
the
wanna
7th
find
most
out.
famous person in Adelaide, man. He's crushing it.
Dude. Yeah, okay, wow. Prank Patrol.
Yeah. Release the ninjas. Yeah, that
Jeez,
was
we've
a-
really fucking hit the ground with that one.
Well, that's right. I've got one.
you know,
just
I
going
thought
back to
about
who's
it.
the hot. Oh, yeah, go.
Oh, I thought about it for a second. I was like, do I want to talk about Prank Patrol? And I just gave it a hard
I
pass.
saw you consider it, and then you
Yeah,
went,
I thought about it. And you know, I thought, why should I be the one working the hardest when I'm the guest? You know, don't just fucking Prank Patrol. Here you go, Bill. What can you do with this? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to think of another hot online comic, but I actually couldn't think of it because Frenchie's like a relic.
I would
know.
say Frenchie probably roots the most though, so that's something.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
which is
Yeah.
crazy for a man that's like 9,000 years old. Did you know that that's how old he was the last time scientists actually dated his DNA?
Well,
Well,
I think with
it's
Frenchie
a little
is-
bit. It's a little bit hard because, like carbon dating, it's not an exact science. So it's
Well,
probably
no,
it'd be
the
between
last-
9 and 12,000 years. So
Yeah,
you could say
it's
like
like-
an average of like 10,500 years old, something like that.
It's like with a really old tree, you just like count the rings on the
Yeah.
inside, you know.
well,
yeah, except
he's
it's,
also
it's the wrinkles on his head.
he's also dying like a tree. You know, he can't feel anything in his left hand.
Yeah,
Just-
I've heard
he's
that.
not- it's just dead, and it's creeping up his arm. He's dying like that. Like the branches are just starting to go.
Yeah. I think he's looking into amputation and prosthetics at the moment because if he lets the necrosis go all the way up his left arm, it could enter his brain, which already
Yeah.
doesn't work as well because of the dementia. But you obviously don't want that to happen completely.
Dude,
Oh,
he-
actually,
yeah.
you know who's got it going on back in the day? Friendly Geordies used to be a male model.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like in Japan as well. Like he had some
Yeah.
weird niche. Like yeah,
Jordan Shanks maybe is
But I feel like Friendly
No,
Geordies...
he's
I
too
don't think
short.
Is he short as well?
Yeah, he's a short bloke. That's
don't
the
remember.
only issue.
Yeah, I guess he's short.
If we're talking
I
just
feel like-
heads, Friendly Geordies pulls it. But Lachlan
Lewis
is
is
6'2".
pretty heightest. It's gross.
Yeah, right.
I'm
okay. I feel like
absolutely
with Friendly
high. If you're
Geordies,
under
though...
6 foot, I'm not going to be your mate.
Oh, really? I'm 6'1", so let's hang.
Yeah, sweet.
Woo.
You seem like the type of guy to tell people they're 6 foot, but you're coming in at 5'11".
No, I'm actually probably, if anything, pushing 6'2", so you can absolutely shut up. But I feel like with Friendly Geordies, dude, that guy's an absolute sort, but if it was a Venn diagram of like, he would do the least amount of rooting, even though he's the most attractive guy.
I think so.
Like, if it was a Venn diagram of like chicks who watch his videos and chicks who would me to you for sure, it would just be one circle. Like all of his fans are like pink fringe lefties. Like if he fucking put an arm around them at a meet and greet, she'd call the cops. Like
That's
so
it.
I
I've
think he'd
actually
be doing-
seen one time. Remember when you used to upload albums after a night out? He used to do that with his shows, and whenever he'd take a photo with a female fan, he was standing like this.
Yeah. Wait, do you reckon Friendly Geordie's like low key has a fetish for like rooting racist birds? Like just fucking far right,
Maybe.
like conservative
he
chicks.
hangs out with Isaac all the time, so maybe.
Dude, I reckon like behind the scenes, like he's just a massive lefty, but then like just loves rooting racist birds. It's like a kink for him.
Maybe we'll have to get him on the show.
People who don't know that we're friends with all these people are going to be like, Jesus fucking
I've never
Christ,
met him.
these
We
We
don't
love,
really
we
have
love
that
all
for-
these people. This is all
We're
jokes,
friends
guys.
with the
No,
ball guys.
I would never talk actual shit about someone on a podcast, like someone you actually hate. That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's just, I reckon you can tell straight away when someone actually hates someone as well. And like the whole
Yeah.
tone of the pod changes. You're like, oh, what's happening here?
No, we love all these people discussed. I've actually talked to Egg Boy a couple of times. He's a legend.
Have you
yeah.
really?
Yeah. He followed me and I messaged him because I think, I don't know. He likes some of my stuff and I would message him around the Egg Boy stuff. I mean, I'm not so much on board with the whiteboard era, but I'll support him.
Wait, tough time to be an Egg Boy fan at the moment. This is like,
Yeah, I'm really trying to push.
I
through.
feel for you guys. You know, personally,
Oh,
I'm not Will Connolly. I think you're great, but I'm not a fan of any of your work particularly. But
dude.
I think
Yeah,
actually
Luke-
I made
Luke
it on
was
the
a big,
project once.
Senator Fraser Anning fan. Actually, I think. he
No,
voted
I
for
made
him.
it on the project calling him a national hero. For some reason, they used a clip from my podcast and played it on the TV because
Oh,
I'm
really?
pretty. I reckon Michael Schaefer grabbed it because I know a few comics who
Probably.
write for the project. I think
Oh,
someone who I knew from the comedy circuit must have seen my clip and then gone, "Oh, we need another clip, just anything," and then they chucked me in.
dude, if
Well,
I'm Egg Boy,
yeah.
I'm touring. I'm just touring. I don't care what I'm doing on stage
Oh,
or
yeah.
what the show's going to look like. But he could have sold so many tickets if he just said, book me the biggest theater in every city. I'll work it out when I get there. Tickets are $150 because
It's-
I'm Egg
yeah.
Boy.
Absolutely.
And he would have made millions.
Oh, you should.
I
And
reckon
who-
he
you know,
would have got
that'll
egged.
never happen again. The show would be terrible, but who cares? Scoop up those $150 tickets. Even if you do get egged by racists, no worries. It's $150 to get in. I'd let someone
he-
scalp me for that.
Did
Oh,
he
yeah.
get any like bags after the whole incident? Like, was there a way he monetized it, or did he just
I
get a
don't-
social media following?
I don't think so. I think he just got arrested.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I love it. Everyone like skips over the fact he was filming the egg thing. Like he clearly was just doing it for a bit of bants for the lads.
Oh,
then,
it's
like,
for the
he-
boys for sure.
It was definitely just like, lads, have some of this. And then he wakes up in hospital and he's like a social justice hero. And then I think he just believed everyone. He's like, oh, fuck, everyone thinks I'm like the face for equality. I guess I must be. Mum, get my whiteboard. And then off he went. And he's just
Yeah.
fucking
You know,
dropping
I think
knowledge now.
the biggest travesty about that whole event is actually surprisingly not the whiteboard era. It's the fact that the first person footage must have gotten deleted in the scuffle.
Oh, yeah.
How good would that be if we had that in multiple angles? We only had like
The
news
POV.
cameras filming it, I think.
Fraser
but I wanted
Anning's
that
forehead
POV.
getting yoked.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Dude,
Now-
what a guy.
Bill, what's been happening at the moment? I've heard that there's been some drama at the Lad Pad, your rental, I assume, with
yeah.
the frequency of lesbians coming through the building. Can you elaborate more on that?
Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, cool. So we've become mates with some local lesbians, and it's absolutely going off. Like,
Right.
I did bring them back to the house thinking they were straight. And then I've just seen one of them just open a beer bottle with her mouth. And I thought, fuck, what's going on here? And they're all just rampant lesbians. But they're some of the best chicks. And it's unreal because, like, usually if a girl comes over, we have, like, nothing but beer and bourbon. But these lesbians are ravenous for that. They just fucking run through the fridge like locusts. You know, I cut my hand open. One of them stitched me up. Like, they're just the best.
So that's kind of weird because you've actually become friends with these people you vaguely met at a pub. I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
Well, they're great girls. I don't know.
That's great. So like they come in, they drink your beer, and they stitch your hand up. They're like alcoholic medics, lesbians.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. Like one of them spat on our clean dishes. Like they're pretty rough. These girls, like they just spit everywhere. They're like camels, really. But they're fucking great chicks. Like we had a guy break down in his car out the front of my house. They just ran out like a fucking Formula One pit crew. Got him back on the road in 10 minutes. So
right.
They're great girls, and like every time we get drunk though, we forget they're lesbians, and then we like try to hit on them, and then they just like one of them literally squared up to my mate over like a pool, like they were playing pool, and she thought it was her turn, and she literally squared up to my mate, and she would have beat the shit out of him as well, like it's like scary. She pushes him and goes like, "Fuck off, it's my turn," and he goes like, "Okay, like Kate, you don't need to hit me or push me," and she goes, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?"
And that's good.
And it's like, and my mate's like, "Fuck, nothing. Absolutely nothing."
And that's great. That's a real, like, organic, real life lesbian, you know? Because I think a lot of people have misconceptions about lesbians. They see porn and they're like, "Oh, that's what a lesbian is." No, a lesbian is like Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings, you know? Like there's orcs and then there's fucking orcs, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, Lewis. Could you elaborate on that one, mate?
Well, they're just terrifying and they can absolutely fuck you up. Like if you're Boromir, it's over.
Yeah, no, they're very aggressive, and yeah, like what?
We're so obscure.
Yeah,
I've seen the Lord of the Rings, and you fucking lost me on that. I was like, I know what you're talking about, and I'm lost.
You were dissecting different breeds of orc. I don't know if I can fucking go in on that one with you, mate. But but yeah, dude, these lesbians are some of the best chicks, and one of them had a slip up and actually rooted one of my mates as well. So you never know.
Man, he's won the lottery. What do you mean a slip up? What did she go? Whoops, that fucking sucked. I forgot how much I hated that.
Yeah. Well, you know how like vegetarians will get drunk and sometimes have like a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, but did she convert afterwards, or did she go? Nah,
no. She went straight back.
That's gonna feel bad. See, that'd be like a real high at the start, and then if she doesn't go, you know what, maybe I'm bi, because you know that's fine. But if she goes back to actually being even more lesbian, that'd really hurt the ego.
Yeah, no. She went back and got an even shorter haircut, so that was the end of that. But yeah, still great. You know, my mate was just stoked to be there, so good for him.
Now, boys, we do a segment on the show, Bill. I believe you're across it, called Local Goss, which is where we kind of just see what's going on all around different towns of our listeners. And they send it in at lukeandlewis5@gmail.com. You can contact the show anytime. And boys, let's get to it. Oi! What? You want to hear some local goss? Yep, I guess. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is local goss.
Really high production value.
Riveting opener every time we play it.
But that's kind of the vibe of the segment. It's not like crime
nothing
reports.
crazy.
It's nothing crazy. It's just like shit you've heard, but you maybe can't confirm. Luke, what do you got?
Yep. This one came in from Amelia, right? She goes, "Hey guys, I don't know if you heard, but apparently some boys at the local high school stole the emblem off Mrs. Ellis's Mini Cooper. Just
That's
like racked the badge, I'm assuming. Someone said it was because she's always stealing the last biscuit from the jar. So a bit of a revenge steal. So
that's good.
They didn't get a biscuit and they fuck up her car. It seems like a bit of an unfair trade-off for poor Mrs. Ellis. But
what school is this where the teachers and the students are sharing biscuits?
That's true. Bit odd.
There's a big communal jar. It's like a fucking just a barrel of biscuits. And this chick's
By the way,
what school gets biscuits at all?
Yeah, I don't. It must
Maybe
be
it's like in the year 12 common room. Sometimes the year 12s get
Yeah.
extra perks. We got a toaster press.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah, we got
in
one
year
of them.
12, but you don't get trusted with it until you're at least 17 years old.
Yeah. It's like once you're 17, we can heat things up around you. Here's boiling water and a sandwich press.
Yes.
And fuck yeah, dude. What a time it is.
Yeah.
I've got one sent in by Tom. He says, "Hey boys, heard that old mate Dan that works next door is selling his car, and from what I've seen, he rips the shit out of that car. So I don't think it's worth as much as he wants for it."
Oh, so he destroys it like the way he drives.
Yeah, burnout.
Right, he drives irresponsibly.
And he's overcharging.
Responsibly.
Yeah,
He's
big
charging
ask.
8 when it's probably worth 6.5. So
Yeah.
That's most people online though with their first offer. You know.
Oh yeah. My roommate was trying to sell his car, but like he didn't really want to sell it. So he just put on 10K, no negotiations. And his DMs were filled with negotiations. Like he just said 10K, absolutely not changing the price. And his DMs were just, what about 8? And it's just, no, it's 10K. He's like 8.5. It's like, it's 10K. Like just,
And
he's
did
just
he get
blocking
it?
cunts. Like, no. It's still up. But he's standing
okay.
strong.
That's good.
It's probably
I
worth
love a bit of
7.
backbone.
Yeah.
Here's one, right? And then Bill, have you got any local goss? that you've
I think
heard
I went
around?
like I maybe missed the vibe on this one. I didn't realize it was so like shit. Like I didn't realize it was supposed to be like
It's just like shit you hear.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's just rumors, you know, like 3 guys catching up at a cafe.
yeah.
Like kind of vibe. I mean,
I got one good one. That's
Okay.
a little bit bigger. Okay. Hey boys, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I just came home from work and my neighbor was outside. He was telling me about one of the neighbors in the street being pregnant, but then his wife interrupted him. His wife thinks that she just got COVID fat. Guess we'll know in a couple of months.
fuck it hell.
Jesus,
You can't say
that's-
that to the missus. You're COVID
No,
fat,
you really
babe.
can't.
Like it's like no, don't get angry. I said COVID before the insult, so that's okay.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of fat.
Yeah, I justified your weight gain, you know,
Yeah.
with the world pandemic, so it's fine.
Fuck it all. I got one. I got one where I did hear. So there's this new girl at my local Liquorland, this
Yeah.
chick Ella, and I heard she briefly went out with a mate of mine in year 9. So I'm just wondering. I don't know. Like they went out for like 2 months,
Really?
like 8 years ago.
And
Yeah,
is there
right.
any chance of them crossing paths again?
Well, fuck, I don't know. I believe he still lives in the area as well, so it's a bit 50-50, isn't it?
Mate, you
Yeah,
got to
right.
take him to the bottle-o with him.
I don't know. Well, he's married with kids now, but this Ella chick's pretty hot, so I don't know, you know. It could go either way. But yeah.
I guess we'll never know. But that's a good goss.
Yeah, well, my mate told me, so
Glad
it was a
we
friend
heard
of a
it.
friend.
Yeah, right. That's great to hear. This final one comes in from Becky. Hi, guys. Chatting to my mum this weekend, and she said her green bin has gone missing. She reckons it's number 16 who's taken it, since apparently they now have 2 full green bins. So someone's been either...
That's
you know,
bold.
you can request another bin from usually like most councils,
Yeah.
It's a hassle.
but yeah, no one's doing that. Way easier to steal your neighbour's bin.
What does the green bin signify in what what bin
That's
is
like
it though?
grass
Green-
and shit.
Yeah.
Green is usually grass.
Well, how much fucking foliage are you chucking out every week? You need 2 green bins.
I'll be honest. Most weeks, and I think it shows the lack of green thumb that I have. I hardly ever even put my green bin out. It just
That's
sits
what I'm
in
saying.
the driveway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why do you need to steal a second one?
Yeah, it's only when I do some light weeding.
He's got a
which
fucking
is where it
jungle in
ends
the
up-
backyard or something.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, who knows? We'll never know who stole it, Becky. But yeah, I reckon steal it back regardless.
Definitely steal it back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're
Man,
just
this-
like,
This segment has such ups and downs. Sometimes it's a fucking banger segment, and sometimes just like, oh yeah, there's a few sentences that we've read.
what? And which one was that, Lewis?
Today
Is
was
that
a
what-
strong up. It's been worse.
If you
been
want to
worse.
edit that out of the pod, I personally wouldn't be against it. But you know, it's,
Look, I think the COVID
in
fat
now.
was a highlight, but everything else was like, yeah, pretty average.
Yeah.
I thought the bin thing could have been something.
Well, Bill, it's been great to have you on. Now, before we wrap it up, we obviously, I don't know if you know, but we do have an end of year award show, and it's called the Loogies, and it's kind of where we give out some prizes at the end for, there's best guest is actually something that you'd be in the running for, but there's other stuff, loaf of the year, a lot of great prizes you can get, and because you are up for guest of the year now, because you've been a guest, you're probably thinking like, I'm not a chance, I'm assuming that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm intimidated. That's what I'm feeling.
I mean, you're up against Friendly Geordies, Shooter, Frenchie, some star power in there for sure. Yep. Kieran from Big Brother, I reckon you've got him covered. Sorry, Kieran, but
let's be honest. Him. Yeah, we're gonna get
that bloke's in my rear view. Egg Boy, I will eviscerate.
Yeah, we haven't even got Egg Boy on yet, but let's be honest, it's just gonna be fucking. It's gonna be a spaced out app.
Yeah, get Egg Boy on. You guys could do fucking local news, and he'll be like, "My neighbor just fucking transcended to the next spiritual plane." And he'll be like, "Okay, Egg Boy, okay."
I just wanted to say, our audience fancies an underdog. Last year, we had again a lot of star power running for the award, and Radio Mike ended up winning with the fan vote.
Radio Mike, you're kidding.
Radio Mike took it out. He beat Friendly Geordies in an absolute landslide. Cleaned up Frenchie as well.
Wow.
So, I guess, would you like to do a quick pitch? Because keep in mind, our fans do love an underdog, and I feel like you're someone
speech
that people might want to get behind.
Okay. Well, firstly, Radio Mike, half your name is the medium you're on. Do you know what I mean? Like... That's like calling myself fucking Zoom Bill. Like, grow up, okay? Like, dead set, mate.
He's going, instead of like trying to pander to the audience, he's just having a crack at the past winner.
Yeah, this is good. This is how Donald Trump
by the way,
dude, as far as Frenchie, if that guy lives to see December, I'll be very surprised.
Me too.
He puts
old.
a cruiser on his Weet-Bix in the morning. Guava. Friendly Geordies, I can only assume... Dude, Friendly Geordies. Hopefully he fucking straps himself to a tree up in the Daintree rainforest. That fucking greenie can hit the bricks. And then, mate, if Shooter Williamson doesn't fucking either OD or, mate, sidebar, his missus is so hot. What's going on there? But, I will say, a mate of mine, Shooter Williamson, I think you should drop out of the race because a mate of mine said that he had fucking he paid for Shooter Williamson's girlfriend's OnlyFans, and I said, mate, I'm a colleague of Shooter's, I don't want to see that stuff. Email me later. And then so I think Shooter either drops out of the race or I will subscribe to her OnlyFans. I'm not afraid to.
Okay, you've heard it there first, Alex. I think he'd just appreciate it. He's made one. It's just punting. It's just
punting tips.
Oh really?
$15 a month, OnlyFans punting tips.
Dude,
and
well,
I think
so
he's
they both
actually
sell
working
tips.
well.
It's just a different kind on each page.
Yeah. Dude, I love Shooter Williamson because I've never met him, but he lives it. Like people in Adelaide are like, no, that guy's like fucking out on a Wednesday night, like getting carried out by cops. Yeah, he fucking lives it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's pretty proud of the video. There's a video of him getting kicked out of the wool shed.
Yeah.
And he's the most proud of it out of anyone who's seen it.
Is that everyone I'm up against?
Who else would you be up against? I'd have to go through. Keelan, do you remember any other guest steps we've missed out on? Dilrock?
Yeah,
you're up against Dilrock
Jayasena. I don't want to... Fuck, the only culturally diverse guest you lads have had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, good luck at trashing him.
Yeah,
we've got a couple others.
Might mind my P's and Q's.
Blake Pavey.
I guess.
Is Ruben the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly... Ruben could be in my bedroom with me right now. Got fucking no idea who he is. So, Keelan. Okay. Is Keelan up for the award?
Keelan, you're not really a guest. You work on the show.
No, I guested on an episode once. I was episode 69. I was the guest.
Oh, it's true. One day Lewis didn't turn up, and it was a bit of a last minute.
Yeah, but that's not this year.
I think it was earlier in the year during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah.
I loved it. I knew you guys were taking a real fucking break from the pod when that fucking Reuven guy and Keelan hosted a couple of episodes, just them. They hosted Luke and Lewis. And neither Luke nor Lewis were on the show.
Absolutely not. No,
That's
we don't
never
stand
happened.
by
That's
that.
a Patreon podcast.
It's a
and
Patreon podcast.
we
You're
actually
kidding.
don't endorse it at all. We would discourage people to sign up for that reason.
So the only way I could get my fucking hit of Keelan and Reuven, I've got to fucking pay for it. You're dead set kidding.
Yeah.
You know that we have like 330 something patrons, and the last episode got 7 plays.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So no one's listened to that shit, and we're very proud of it.
Oh, to be fair, you're not getting paid by the play, so as long as those sub keeps coming in, who gives a
right.
shit?
By the way, I just want to make it very clear that's not the main perk of the Patreon.
Oh, absolutely not. That's actually a big downside of the Patreon. But you know, everything has pros and cons. We got Blake Pavey, Billy, is another guest.
Oh,
TikTok
I saw
superstar.
that kid. He's a TikTok superstar. Yeah, I think he's
Have
like
you got any
17.
choice words for him?
That's
Yeah,
probably
I got
all you
some
need to
fucking-
say. TikTok
Are you going to
superstar.
pay out a kid in high school?
Yeah, dude, I'm not afraid. Dude, fucking stick to the ancient
You're a big
history
man,
books,
aren't you?
alright? Yeah, keep reading about Pompeii and the volcano going off, you fucking nerd. I got guest of the year wrapped up. And
And
That's it, I
Darren Levy, Uber driver, funny Uber rides.
oh, dude,
Very
that-
nice man, by the way. Hard to pay out a man with such a generous soul.
Oh, well, I will pay him out because I guarantee he's doing 2 jobs at once. He's filming the Ubers and he's driving people. If he's paying tax on both of those, you're out to lunch. The ATO are coming, mate. There's no way he's declaring both those incomes. That's slippery
The
snake.
ATO and Billy D are going
Yeah.
to rock up at your doorstep for 2 very different reasons, Darren.
Yeah.
And finally, I believe we have massive UK YouTuber, I'm Alex, 2 million subscribers, the richest man I've ever met in my life.
I've never heard of him. I don't even know who that is. Sorry, dude. I'm Alex. Is that his name? I'm fucking bored, mate. Hit the bricks, okay? I have no idea who that is. I'm
right,
Alex.
guys.
Okay.
Keep this in mind, I guess, when it comes to vote.
Strong
Remember,
pitch.
it was a very strong pitch. Probably the most aggressive pitch we've had yet.
I'm not even saying vote for me. I'm just saying don't vote for those cunts.
Yeah, so there's no reason to vote for you. It's just like you're the best of the worst, basically.
Best of a bad bunch, babe. But I'll jump on. I'll jump on. I'll get absolutely hammered before I accept the award as well. So that's
Great.
You're telling me Darren Levy's gonna have 8 beers and have a crack? He'll probably give like a genuine speech. He'll be like, "I'm so grateful for this award." It's like, ugh. Go fucking
just
pick
start
up a
playing him
backpacker,
off.
mate. Yeah, go pick up a backpacker. Fuck off. It's my award. Wrapped up.
Right, well,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That's the end of the podcast. You heard it here first. Guest of the year will be available to vote for in a couple of months. And Bill's put in an absolute huge case for it there. I think surprising.
I feel very confident.
Okay,
great. All right. Well, make sure you check out Billy Darcy's podcast. It's great shit. If you want more of that, it's called Get Around Me. And check out all his Instagram and socials as well. We'll have the links in the description of this. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.